yeah. Leaning on the Lord, trusting in His holy word. He never failed me yet. Oh, can't turn around. We've come this far by faith. Oh, we've come this far by faith. Yeah. Mm. Leaning on the Lord. And we are trusting in His holy word. He never fails. He never failed me. Yeah. God, I'm grateful. God, I'm thankful for another day. God, I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm grateful. God, I give you the praise today. I give you this moment. I give you this channel, God. May it continue to do what you have desired for it to do, and that is to help the broken heal and help the healed to remain healed. God, may this channel be a place of support, peace, love, and joy. And I pray that as we open our devotional thought today in this prayer time, that you would give us understanding, that you would give us wisdom, so that we will have better days, stronger futures. In your name I do pray. Amen, amen, amen. I am so late. Maybe you notice, maybe you don't. But anyhow, this morning prayer time, I was engaged in an emergency run to the store. But nevertheless, here we are. The title for today is Just This. And if you see the cover photo after the fact, you'll see that this is the cover photo, a pocket full of promises. And these are promises from the Bible, hundreds of promises. And this is the one for justice. And if you're usually with me at 5:10 a.m. in the morning, welcome. Or 7 a.m. on the weekends, welcome. If you're new here, it is morning prayer time for this channel, where we just share a small thought to help. For me, it's helpful, and I hope you find it helpful too. So the topic is justice. Justice is a big topic. Justice is a big topic. And the first Bible verse says, He does not crush the weak or quench the smallest hope. He will end all conflict with his final victory, and his name shall be the hope of all the world. Matthew 12, verse 20. God presented him as a sacrifice of atonement through faith in his blood. He did this to demonstrate his justice, because in his forbearance he had left the sins committed beforehand unpunished. He did it to demonstrate his justice at the present time, so as to be just and the one who justifies those who have faith in Jesus. Romans chapter 3, verses 25 and 26. Justice and only justice. You shall pursue that you may live and possess the land which the Lord your God is giving you. Deuteronomy 16, verse 20. Then my enemies will retreat in the day when I call. This I know, that God is for me. Psalm 56, verse 9. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. Psalm 23, verse 5. Behold, all those who were incensed against you shall be ashamed and disgraced. They shall be as nothing, and strive with you shall perish. You shall seek them and not find them, those who contended with you. Those who war against you shall be as nothing, as a non existent thing. For I, the Lord your God, will hold my right hand, saying to you, fear not, I will help you. Isaiah chapter 41, verses 11 through 13. And that's a very, very powerful verse to give hope and protection for this new week that we're about to begin. And that's Isaiah chapter 41, verses 11 through 13. Maybe you want to make a note of that. That's a powerful verse. Justice consists in doing no injury to men, decency in giving them no offense. Walk justly, but do not judge. It is not for you to judge or take revenge on those who mistreat you. Let me repeat that for myself. It is not for me to judge or take revenge on those who mistreat me. Let that sink in right here, Vita. Rather, I call you to entrust yourself to me, for I am the one who judges justly, and I will take care of you. When you do right, when you are unjustly treated, you honor me by not retaliating. Now, of course, this is Christian material. So it's saying, as a Christian, I should not be the one retaliating and allow God to take care of those things that I may, in my humanness, want to retaliate against. You act like my son, for he did not open his mouth in retaliation, but entrusted himself to me. In the end, you will see justice served. Fear not, I will help you. God. And I know for me, I had a situation at work where I felt like I had to go because I felt injustice. And I prayed about it and I was like, God, like, what do I do? Because I felt like being the one to leave. I felt like being the one to go away. But, God removed that situation, which happened to be a person. But sometimes people can make your whole work environment very toxic. And sometimes you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself, your peace. I believe in protecting my peace. And that's a phrase that you hear often in certain circles, protecting your peace. I'm responsible for protecting my peace. But in that case, it was like God was saying, like, no. And that was one time for sure that God definitely allowed justice to be served. And then that person was no longer. But not just that occasion. In many occasions, I've experienced justice by trusting God to take care of whatever the situation was. And for that, I'm grateful. Yesterday, we talked about integrity. Today, the topic was justice. Yeah. So, God, I'm grateful. God, I'm thankful. And late in the midnight hour, God, you've kept me. You've given me new vision. God, so many of us are broken. So many of us are healing. Life has changed instantly for so many people just in this past year. Loss of loved ones, loss of property, loss of relationships, loss of jobs, loss of close friends and family. And the pain in the heart, the pain in the soul is real. So again, God, I pray that you would just continue to be with us in our healing, my healing. Lord, give us peace, give us joy, give us more love. Surround us with the right type of people and help us to be strong enough to remove the people from our lives that are toxic, the people that we know are holding us in a place where it's just not healthy. God, help me to protect my peace. Help my subscribers to protect their peace. In order to heal, we have to protect ourselves from the things that we know that we need to protect ourselves from. It's up to us at the end of the day, God. So I pray that today you will give me that choice once again to protect my peace so that my life will make the positive changes that it needs to make. And so, God, I'm grateful for this day. And I pray that you'll give us what we need for this day. Bless our children, for those of us with children and our animal children. And I pray, God, that you will just hold my hand when times get hard. God, it's in your name I do pray and give you thanks. Amen, amen, and amen. All right, Mocha, my dog, is making a lot of noise because there are people that she doesn't know in the house. And so I'm about to take her down the road. We're about to go for a walk down the road because walking is a part of healing because it's exercising. What's up, the motivational minister? Carrie, what's up? My fur baby does want me, and I'm about to take her outside. I had to lock her out because she wouldn't let me talk. She would keep jumping because I'm actually sitting on the floor. Yeah, protect your peace is definitely necessary. Carrie, you're new here. I don't recall you ever commenting in the live. I'm not usually on this late, but my morning was adjusted because I was out at Walmart early this morning. And so I had to be loyal to my channel. So I said I had to come in and do this live. It's for me because I promised God to do this. You didn't promise God. I promised God. So I had to keep my word. Even though I'm late, I had to show up. And sometimes we have to remember that we have to make it happen. And that's me. Now I got to get my fur baby and take her down the road. I need a walk for my heart health and for my overall health. Matilda. Hi, Matilda. And Leah, welcome to the live. Make sure you check out the motivational minister. He's in blue because he's a good guy. He's in blue because he's a good guy. Check out the content on his channel, Carrie. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. I promise you. All right, let me get Mocha out of here so that she can stop the noise. And I'm hungry. I have not had my grits this morning. And mommy better not give my grits away to the company because then we're going to have a war in the home. All right, let me get Mocha so we can go down there. I need to put on my sun hat. This is what I had on at the cruise. If you've never been on a cruise, you got to go. I finally did it, and I'm ready to do it again. I had this on when I was out there in the sun. I had this on when I was in Mexico. Yeah, pancakes. No, we do waffles. My mom doesn't like pancakes. I hardly do that kind of stuff. She doesn't like waffles. She doesn't like pancakes. So it's like I'm alone when I eat that kind of stuff. So I usually don't do it unless she's like not around most of the time, or I do it and then I just eat it by myself. Now Mocha wants to eat. She's fine. She waits till I come out. I guess I'll make my bed up. But she was busy barking. So Mocha acts like she needs a chaperone when she eats, so she's kind of spoiled. It's like she literally only eats when I'm present or my mom is present. It's like we're not present, she just waits. I guess she goes into mourning or whatever. I don't know what dogs do. But literally, because I closed the door, she couldn't come in. I guess she got a little upset, and then she didn't eat. But anyway, that's her choice. I do. One problem with the video that has not been uploaded is I had my earbuds in, and I usually do a mic check to confirm that I'm actually being heard. That recording is not good. So now I'm feeling like I got to do a whole voiceover in that section. And that definitely is going to take a little while. But I need to play it again. I'm going to tweak it and see if I could denoise it in the video editing app and see if that'll bring the sound up. Because I was probably talking for about 15 minutes. So to do a voiceover for 15 minutes, it takes a lot of No mocha moments, if you know what I mean. I definitely can't do it with Mocha around because she'll keep making noise, and I don't really want to hear have her barking in the background. But yeah, there's actually the longest video is the last video, and I still might go back and compile them so that it's actually a long video because some of the videos were like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I'm planning to actually compile them, and that'll be a big project for me. I'm going to challenge myself to do that and put it in like a video that's probably about 45 minutes to 50 minutes and see what I can do. I'm trying to work on these long form things. You know, the journey is real. But the thing about it is because I did them in these little segments, so it's like piecing them together, making them blend, and then how they connect. And then, that takes a lot of tedious little things and fading the music and all these other things, adding text, adding effects, and all this stuff. I've been trying to play with a lot of that stuff, but it definitely takes time. And honestly, my mind has been all over the place because I got a lot of things going on. And I'm about to have surgery again, but it's a secret, so don't tell nobody. Shh. Yeah, so I've got a lot going on. Got a lot going on. But in the meantime, I do plan to get that video done. I do. I was working on it last week. I really was. But one of the big holdups is definitely to figure out how to redo that. Hopefully, I don't really have to redo it. I hope I don't have to redo it. But no one wants to hear a YouTuber talking and you can't understand what they're saying. And the volume is too low. And if I can't increase the volume with the video editing app, then I'm going to have to do a voiceover. That would be my only choice. Or to simply delete that part of the video. And I really don't want to delete it because it's a memory, right? The whole reason to put the blog up is hold that memory for my generations to come. Yeah, my great grandchildren and my grandchildren. Yeah, that's one thing I always say that they're for my future generations. Yeah. All right, Mocha, you're done barking. Let's go. I'm gonna finish making the bed up when I come back. Come on, you going? Let's go for a walk. I got my sun hat on because it's hot out. Well, not really hot, hot. Almost said, oh, what am I needing? I got my sun hat on. Let's go. We got the. Let me hold you before you jump out of this leash. The last thing I need her to do is to bite these people, and she will do that just because she's Mocha. All right. Let me go say good morning to these people before they think I'm being antisocial. Good morning. Long time no see. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? All right, come on, Mocha. And the washing machine is on its shenanigans. Let's see what's going on in here. Thor. Time to take the washing machine to the repairman. Some things I just don't want to do. Like, no. Washing machines are not built to last like they were once built to last. It's like who wants to buy a washing machine? It feels like it's every year. All right. But yeah, at least I did find a man that repairs them. But the weird thing is, he says to bring the washing machine to me. I'm thinking to myself, who wants to pick up a washing machine to bring it to you? He's like, no, I don't come out and do house calls or whatever. I'm like, get out of here. Like, come on, dude. Tire looks flat, but that doesn't look like a donut tire. Now, mommy's car got a donut tire on it. I don't like donut tires. Actually, I want to take this tire to the guy today so he can put that tire on the rim. That's the plan. I wonder why he left the thing up. Let's go for our walk. Don't worry about that. We're going to go for a walk. Come on. So many things going on. Mom's tire got a nail in it. It's not a nail. I'm not even sure what it is. It's some type of tool. Like it must have been on the road, obviously. And it went through there like a, you know how people put those things in their ears and it has like two holes. It did that to the tire. It's like it went through the bottom and then it came out the side wall. So you couldn't like patch it or put a plug in it, which is like a bummer. But I guess it's about time for a new set of tires anyway. Somebody said they replace their tires every 2 years. Please tell me, do you do that? I've never replaced my tires every 2 years. I just keep a close watch on them and then I get them when I feel like it's time to get them. But to say that I'm going to get a full set of new tires every 2 years, that's like a lot. I guess that's being extra cautious, but every 2 years? No, I've had my tires much longer than that, and they never gave me a problem. I think I've changed my tires, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 years. Well, I think we should go this way. Maybe we can walk by here because this is where our neighbor. Exactly. So do I. But I heard someone say that when I was at let me put it like this. I was at the high school reunion. And if you know anything about reunions, this was actually my first big gathering with my class. Sometimes people say things that are not true in order to impress people. I'll just say that. Because I'm like, why would you change your tires every 2 years? I'm like, why? And some people don't even go anywhere, but I know that your tires can deteriorate while your car is just sitting. And I think a lot of the times, if you're not driving your car, they tend to do worse. But my car is always rolling, so I don't feel like my tires get a chance to, like, say, dry rot. Yeah, but that's what I do too. I just try to maintain and rotate them and balance them or whatever the case may be. And then I learned that you're not supposed to really balance your tires all the time. You only balance them when you're. That part was confusing to me because I was thinking that you're supposed to like balance them, but you balance them basically when you mount them on or something like that. Because I went to this one guy, he actually unbalanced my tires and then he told me that he was balancing them, but in the long run, he actually unbalanced my tires. I don't know if you were with me during that time, but it was like my car was shaking, like shaking. And I was like, that was like a nightmare. Then finally, when I took it to this other guy, he rebalanced them and then it was back to normal. But I'm like, why would a person do that? That's why I'm like, sometimes, even though it's not the whole woman thing, I think this guy really just didn't know what he was doing, honestly. Because I feel like I handle myself well as a woman that goes to do her auto work. Because I have for years. Yeah. But I think that guy just really didn't know what he was doing. Oh, yeah. We walked away from the Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah. We walked away from the Wi-Fi. Oh, it doesn't look like it was on fire. Oh, yes, it does. I see it now. You can see it through the window. Wow. Oh, wow. They got a tent out here. I guess they decided to be in a tent. That sucks. That sucks. It's like kind of hard to be like uprooted from your home. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. cannot imagine. No, Mocha. Oh, wow. You can like see the smoke coming out every window. Wow. Come over here, Mocha. Wow. Can you imagine that your house just catches on fire? That's happened to like so many people through the years. But like, wow. I don't know. I think, like it says, God gives people things for a reason. He gives people what they can handle. Like, for example, when I had my daughter, I didn't have a long delivery. Some people are in labor for, I mean, a long labor. Some people are in labor like for a long time, going through a whole lot of stuff. And then some people, they get this short version, you know. God knows. I don't think I would have been able to handle being in labor for a long time. And God knows that. Yeah. Look at what you got going on this morning. But yeah, exactly. The same thing with this live. Yep. But I said I need to start putting in some more time on this channel for the purpose that I created it. Now this is another thing. Let me show you this. This is something I just don't understand. You see this home right here? And there's one right here. I don't even know how to properly describe this, but these people never come to this property. I haven't seen them in years. They make sure the grass is cut. They make sure the grass is cut, or the lawn, or whatever you want to call it, but they don't come here. And if you look very, let me see if I can zoom over there. I don't know if you can see it, but right there where that little deck is, it's rotting. And from the looks of it, I think animals might even be going in because of the fact that it's got a big hole. A big hole. Actually, there are like three like big holes that are developing. I'm like, tell me something like why don't you sell it to me or sell it to somebody, you know? It just sits here and it's rotting. So is that house. They're just rotting. And I mean years. Those people used to come, but now the people that I think they're passing it down to generations that don't care about this country living. And they're just, I don't know. I guess you can do what you want. I guess it's paid for. But yeah, I'm like, there's so much property around here where there's nobody in it. A lot in this whole area. Yep, some is always better than none. You're right. All right. Mocha, you just put your butt on the dirt. I just realized what she did. She actually rubbed her butt in the dirt. I guess she was saying her butt needed to be wiped. All right, we're doing an incline. We came out to do this walk. My legs are hurting. Mocha said we haven't walked in a while. And Mocha's bringing me up here. Whew. Somebody dropped a bottle of water out, or it fell from somewhere. I said I was going to come out with my gloves on, and I did not come out with my gloves on. All right, we can do it, Mocha. Exercise is for our health, it's for our mental health, and for our overall health, right? Yes. And we got to do better. We can't keep thinking about it, Mocha, and don't do it. So we're out here walking. Whew. And my legs are crying because we're walking up this incline. I couldn't drive down here because the road is getting washed away with the rain. See how it is like right here? It's like really rough, and then you see where the rain is creating this right here. And so it like narrows the road, which makes it like unsafe to come around here. Yeah. Don't care how they try to change it. It keeps doing funny stuff. Yep. And like this, like with my little car, then I would have problems. So the rain, it was raining so much that it was draining off and washing the road away. Yeah. And like this right here, this completely just fell in. Yeah, and that's very dangerous. So I don't come down here when it gets like that. Look at Mocha. Mocha's like, what happened? It wasn't like that the last time we came. And some person decided to bring all of their leaves from their yard and threw it here. Why? But that's what happened. This has just been sitting here. Why would they do that? But people do stuff like that in the country that I guess they don't care about the neighborhood. And it's just been sitting here. And it's going to keep on sitting here until I guess it rots away. Come on, Mocha, before something bites your nose. Come on. Now, this was one cool creation that they put this here to try to slow the water down. They put these big cement pieces to slow the water down from tearing up down here. But obviously, when it rains really hard, it doesn't stop the water. So we have a mixture of that type of clay, which I've seen that on a lot of African YouTubers' channels. We have that type of soil. That's like the one that's like down. And then they mix this other stuff trying to harden it. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But as you can see right here, that it's kind of not working. Same thing over there. The road is falling off, so I don't come this way because it's dangerous for my little car. But I love this color of this soil right here. And Mocha wants to go in there. She says, my nose is smelling all kinds of things. I haven't seen a snake and I don't want to see a snake. But that's what's going on in the country today. It's a beautiful morning. About 2 weeks ago, it was so hot in the morning that you couldn't, well, you could, but you couldn't. It was just too hot to be outside. Whew. We can do it, Mocha. Now, this is why I really can't go, because this road right here is falling off. But that truck, there's some trucks that are smoothing it out, but I don't want to drive in that because I think I would not have a good outcome with my little car. Whew. We're doing it, Mocha. We're doing it. We're out here exercising. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're out here exercising. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're out here exercising. No excuses. Get it done. My legs are burning, but I'm going. My legs are saying, where have you been? You haven't done this to me in a while. But you got to take care of your health, and I got to do better. We got to do better, because I know I'm not the only one. We got to do better, right? No excuses. Walking is free. You don't need a gym membership to go walking. But I don't want to walk in my neighborhood. Guess what I used to do? I would go to my favorite store. Most stores, just like most other places, are like a square. And I would do, back in that time, I would walk around Walmart. I would plan to go shopping, but before I would shop, I would walk the big square. Because if you look at how it's laid out, you will see a clear path to make a big square or a rectangle or whatever, more like a rectangle. And then you can go all the way around. And I would do that like, say, 5 laps. In the wintertime when it was too cold, find your store that's open up to whatever time. Well, for me, it was early. And that was when Walmart was still 24 hours, so you could go in any time and do it. Walking is free. Oh, wow. That's the spider that's on here when I was driving. This is a big spider. Wow. And I would say that this spider is poisonous, and I'm casually taking a break because I'm out of breath. But that's a big spider, y'all. Like, and from the colors, it looks like one of those, the colors that come on the snakes. And I'm like, man, look at that thing. Wow. Well, let's go before we run into a snake. That is not what we're trying to do. This is where we're walking. Slow down, Mocha, so the camera can stop shaking, y'all. This is the same road I usually drive down, but I'm walking this time. That spider, I broke one of the spider webs and I was so sad earlier. I don't like hurting the spiders. I don't. And the comment stopped. That's true. I'm definitely not perfect. I say that often. And nobody is, right? Yeah, but trying to be consistent is definitely what it is. Whew. And my legs are definitely saying, you haven't been consistent because your legs are burning. The Mississippi in you. Well, where I grew up, we didn't have roads like this. It was totally different. I was in a small city, not like country. So it's kind of weird. You know, like some of those cities that are just small cities, but yet it did not necessarily have places like this. But yet there were places like this, but not a lot of places like this. Because it was like a small city. I just saw this squirrel shimmying from one tree to the next, way up in the air. Those are some little daring daredevils. And Mocha's trying to check something. We're not, and it's hard to see some of those snakes, especially when it's like this. When it's like this, you ever see, you know, those pictures that they have on social media and they say, how many snakes do you see? It's like they could be right there and you just don't see them because they just blend in. That's why I try to stay on the on this. Because if a snake comes out, yeah, then you're gonna definitely see it. But when they're in the leaves or under the leaves, and maybe there's their head or just their tail is sticking out, I gotta come and get this stuff. This is, I'm gonna have to get a bag. See, this is what people do in the country. Look at all these. It's like maybe the same person, or maybe they did it at one time. They put all those uh, bottles of whatever, they just threw them over there. That stuff doesn't biodegrade. It doesn't break down. You know. Yeah, I said I was gonna put my gloves on and come out here with a bag. Probably need a whole truck because there's so much stuff. Or some people just consistently keep doing it. Oh, whoa. The walking pad is a blessing. I thought about getting one, but I know me. But like you said, you have to be consistent. We have to make that choice to be consistent. Yeah. Yep. Excuses are easy to make. What's up, Dave? You came back. Good day. Mocha's trying to drag me down the road. The walk is burning my legs because my legs haven't been walking, and we just did an incline, which I definitely haven't done an incline in a while. But now we're going downhill, so downhill we can do. Mocha's happy. She's got a lot of energy. She hasn't walked, and she's probably gained like 3 pounds, so I got to get her back walking. I don't want her to get, health problems because she's getting too big. I can always tell Kamoka has been like basically 10 pounds or 11 pounds, but when she goes over that, it definitely shows when I pick her up. I feel it. Yeah. But the heat has just been so unbearable that you really can't stay out. And of course, the heat advisories were telling you not to stay out because when I tell you, you really feel like you're going to like pass out, it was really hot for those 3 weeks. I mean, really hot. And I'm a Floridian, but that heat was to another level. And most Floridians were saying, yeah, we know what hot is, but this is just way different. And I said I was going to Google it and check out the ozone thing because the ozone layer, I know, through the years has been opening. The more it opens, the more we're going to get pounded. So I know that's a part of what's going on as well. Whew. Moko, I'm hungry. You had breakfast and I'm not. And there are people at my table eating breakfast and I need to go eat breakfast too. Oh no, this is Fahrenheit. Where it was 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Mocha, where are we going now? Mocha wants to go on every road she hasn't been in a while. No, we're not going that way. We can go this way. So this way we can still go home. We can cut through the people's I need to find out about this property because there was this lady that we knew. She was here and I don't know what happened. And all of a sudden, I think something happened. Like I said, life changes in an instant. And the next thing we know, they were removing the mobile home that was on this property. You could still see the straps where they unanchored it, and you can still see the well. The well thing is there. So this is like prime property because the well is already dug. It's just a matter of like flushing it out and putting a new system on it. I keep saying I'm gonna check it out and see. So there's a lot of land that's just been like abandoned by people. Yeah. It's hot. It has been hot. Right now it's cooling down. And Mocha's just all giddy and excited and dragging me all over the place. I don't know what you're smelling, but we're not going in the bushes, Mocha. She wants to go in this high grass, and that's like a recipe for snake bite and ticks and whatever else. Yep, that's why I've been trying to stay hydrated. Hydrated. But I think this week, it's not supposed to be like that, so scorching. But I think when I got out of the car, I don't remember, but it was already quite warm and it wasn't that late in the morning. Right, Mocha, that's far enough. I'm hungry. Putting out energy and not fueling up is not a good thing. Yeah, my water intake needs to be increased. Mocha wants to go all the way down here, but I don't feel that energy, Mocha. Let's go back this way. We'll go back this way. I don't want to go through there because now it's too high. The wild things. Like wintertime causes everything to kind of, dry up and go down. But now that it's summer and we're getting a lot of rain, all of these things are popping up. Oh, this lot is not as big as I thought it was. The marker is right here. Huh. This wasn't a big lot unless I just actually paid attention to the marker is right here where they put the stake in when they do that's not a big piece of property. It's not that big. Not that big at all. Gotta check it out. Oh, the humidity is what takes us overboard too. Takes us way overboard. I'm thinking the other marker must be in this tree. And probably over the years, probably got covered over. Because the other marker should be about right here. Or somebody moved it. I only see one marker. Let's go, Mocha. Let's go, Mocha. I'm tempted to go in there and see, but I don't want to get bitten by anything. Well, usually could they use those steel stakes? What do they call them? Rebar? Those things that they poke in the ground when they... Come on, Mocha, let the people go where they're going. They poke those in the ground to mark when they do the surveying. Come on, Mocha. Mocha wants to talk to everything on the ground. All right, we did it. We're almost back. We're not going to say we did it until we've done it. And we're still walking. Walk. Come on, Mocha. She sees strange people. Now she wants to go and investigate who they are. Come on. No. We're not bothering those people. They're minding their business. Come on. You don't know them. As long as they're not bothering us, we're not going to bother them. Come on. So what's going on in Ghana today? Hopefully I will get to go to Ghana. I need to talk to my buddy and see when her and her family are going back and see if I can create a collab. I definitely want to go with people that know like where they're going, and not just people who are wondering where they're going. Yep. It's a beautiful morning though. Let's get the views. Beautiful morning, beautiful morning. This is what I'm enjoying. Thankful for the fresh air. Right, Mocha? Mocha's starting to breathe heavy, so she needs to get in as well. I don't try to overdo it with her. One day we were out when it was hot. She started to have like a heat stroke. And I was trying to ride with the AC off that day because when you're getting, for me, when I get in and out of the car, it was so hot that it's like you get cooled down, then you jump back out and it's burning up. So I kept the air off until I was, finished jumping in and out of the car that day. And then Mocha was like, no, 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 I need air. Yeah, it's like she was having a heat stroke. It was that hot that day. It was hot. But 86 degrees is pretty warm too. I'm not. Yeah. And the way that Mocha's had me walking, probably a little over half a mile. No deposits at the People's Gate. Oh, you and the mashed potatoes. You were talking about potatoes and carrots. I like potatoes too. Potatoes give me that homey, comfy vibe when I'm eating them. Little House on the Prairie, aw. Yeah, that's an all-too favorite of mine as well. I like to watch it on this channel that's called, there's a lot of retro channels, like on these different Rokus or different things. Yeah, it's nice and peaceful out here. All right. Whew, my legs are crying. I gotta do some stretches so this doesn't turn into leg cramps or leg pain all week. Oh, Lordy. I'm hungry though. I have not had breakfast. I just had a bottle of water and 2 mandarin oranges, which is like those little baby tangerines, right? Wow. I did it. I did it. We did it, Mocha. We did it. Mocha's breathing like, yeah. Said we did do it. Yeah. Oh no, this is a snake hole. Look, this is what I'm talking about. See that hole? You see that hole right behind there? Yeah, and then there's another one. These critters, these snakes are, oh, Nellie Olsen. Oh, Nellie Olsen's not pregnant. Oh, you're watching the older episodes. Stop, Mocha. Oh, you have the actual videos, or you looking at them on the what you call it? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for walking. Thank you guys for walking. Now it's time for me to go find some grub. And I got to do the other things that I need to do. And until we meet again, bye. More love, more joy, more peace wish to you and yours. See you next time. Bye.